Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and in this video, you can watch the forecast for your star sign for the week 1st to 7th of September 2025. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and also Leo Rising. And while most of you are probably here to listen to your sun sign, the moon and the rising signs are also very important to listen to, because the moon sign is gonna tell you what those events which the sun sign represents is gonna provoke in you as feelings. And the rising sign, that reading is going to divulge what is going to be the best way for you to handle your stuff around, while obviously the sun sign is what events are going to happen to you. So that said, by listening to all three of those, you can not just only broaden up your reading, but also personalize it to a rather large extent. Now, the first card for Leo, that will be the Sun. Followed by the second card, which is Judgment. And the third one for you, Leo, that will be Queen of Cups. And the fourth one, we have Ace of Pentacles. For the Queen of Cups, the additional card is the Hangman. Right. Well, this is going to be rather very usual and strong week for you, for the signs, for the sun signs of Leo. The reason for it is there are a few cards for that. But the first one, which is the very topic and the environment of your week, it kind of the sun does represent a general success when it comes to tarot and when it comes to your own personal enterprises. And that success is going to come through your own, well, the situations that you're going to face and the projects that you're going to deal, for example, people that you're going to meet, any kind of endeavor that you're going to handle through the week will be something that you're going to get along with very naturally. So you will not going to face too much of a difficulties, if any, capitalizing on the expanding energies of growth. That growth may be in your love life, it may be in your career, it may be as well in your social. That will depend what situation you are in currently. But from that growth, depending on, again, what area in your life is taking place, is going to provide either monetary gains, or is going to provide a happiness, or is going to provide a quite well-established partnerships, relationships, alliances as well. And one specific case here about the Sun card, it is that if there is someone that you have ended things on the wrong terms, on the wrong foot here, and you do wish to kind of like have that person back into your life, well, throughout that week you can extend a mending flower, so to speak, and make an approach toward them, and this will initiate a mending of that relationship. Now, thank you for choosing my channel to get your weekly forecast, and I really hope that it does helps you and it gives you some answers that you seek. If you do want to drive the situation home, however, and get more specific answers for it and more specific insight to it, you can go for a personalized reading to my website, which link you're seeing right now at your screen. You can find it as well in the description down below. Other than that, let's jump right away back to your video. That state of yours of being very successful throughout the week, literally everywhere, right? In your love life, in your career, through the Judgment in the second position, which is what is gonna hold you back, the things that are working against you. Through that card, you may beguile yourself to think that this is how it's gonna go from now on moving forward, and that you do basically know everything, and anything that can happen you have taken under accounts, and literally you cannot end up being surprised, which is going to be a big mistake on your behalf, because later down the road into the future, there are definitely going to be some, by the appearance of that card, there are going to be some crises here and there. So bottom line, it is that you do not see the big picture right now, and there are definitely some aspects of the relationship you're starting when you're developing, the project that you are starting or developing, and so on and so forth, that you haven't yet accounted for. But that is going to be a thing in the future, and little by little they are going to uncover themselves to you. You're going to have a plenty of time to prepare by seeing and anticipating something to go awry, something to be rather challenging to be undertaken in the framework of this progress that you're going to make throughout the week. And only those, only those of you who think that you are almighty and you are all-knowing type of person will face a significant setback and a significant challenge. And another thing that you need to know based on the judgment card, it is that, yes, you're going to be very successful throughout the week. You will make a bunch of friends. If you push in your love life, you can also find love throughout the week, but you can also rest. Because none of all these that you are going to undertake or that you can undertake throughout the week are going to be enterprises which are to be pivotal for your well-being. If you miss some chances right now throughout the week, that is not going to be the end of the world for you. But you are going to have your chances, a second or third chances later down the road into the next week, into the future. Now, what is going to work in your favor here, Leo? That is a Queen of Cups with the Hangman. So that is a person who cannot progress unless you progress. So that is someone who is held back by your development and by your growth, and rather than them being very angry at you, rather than kind of like trying to push and shove you around to make you, for example, work 24/7. Okay. Actually, this person, I'm sorry, is going to be very, very reciprocal to you and to your challenges. This is an individual who very well knows you, without a shred of a doubt. They know what you went through, they know what you're going through. So that has to be someone who is very, very close to you. And it will be a very important ally, because as soon as you face a certain challenge, they are going to be there next to you, doing a couple of things, breathing in you a common sense if you lose your mind, if you kind of like freak out about a situation, or if you lose your nerves. And also they are going to show you different perspectives on how you can handle stuff around. So that is going to be someone who will always going to ground you, will shelter your emotions, and is going to be very, very discreet about your affairs and what you are going through. And at the end of the week here, that will be the Ace of Pentacles. This is how the week wraps up for you. And that is the moment where you make a significant breakthrough. And it's whatever your target is, whether a love one, whether a career one, you now have a clear path toward it, a clear path toward a financial gains, a clear path toward establishing harmoniously flowing relationships, a clear path, which path you're going to walk with a smile, because that's a path of glee, that's a path of content, that's a path of exhilaration. This was your weekly tarot reading. I hope it helped you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so. Any engagement would help me greatly. And if you do think that this video can help someone you can share it as well with them. Other than that, hopefully we're going to see each other next time. And until then, bye. Bye.